Hello everyone, so today we have our willing participant with his feetsies. I like to call them feetsies because it's entertaining to me. So this will be less of an exam and more of just observations. So when we take a look at this left foot, we can see that each toenail is on a toe, which is comforting to me. Would be a little weird if there was a toenail, anywhere else on the foot. He has a little bit of a bump here, so just a little bit of a bunion, but not anything too concerning. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes, and his foot in general is quite soft. There's this kind of bump and ridge here that everybody has on their ankle. And same on the other side. As far as the legs, he has a pretty normal hair distribution here, where it's kind of less down towards the bottom, and then there's more further up the leg. The bottom of the foot is soft for the most part, but could perhaps use a little bit of lotion, if I'm being honest. Each toenail is quite short. Could potentially benefit from being just a little bit longer. The heel itself is a little dry, but not as dry as the outside edge of the foot. Looking at the skin itself, I know it's a little dark in here, but there aren't any visible lines or marks. No cuts or abrasions. There's a little spot right here, has a bit of texture, just likely just dryness. And underneath each toe feels normal as well. There's normal fat distribution there so that, you're not walking directly on bone. I don't think he's had any major foot injuries in his life, so there isn't really anything to worry about there. You can see a couple veins here, which is pretty normal. He is quite lucky to not have any foot deformities, because to be honest, I feel like once you reach a certain age, your feet just kind of start to do whatever they want. Moving on to his other foot. He has a toenail on each of his toes. Once again, very comforting to me to not find a toenail in a place that it does not belong. Has a little bit of a dry spot here on his big toe, and has the normal kind of bony prominence here. I'm not going to pretend I know what that's called. He also has the same kind of unique hair distribution on this side, where there's less hair down towards the bottom and more hair up towards the top. I know I said that was normal. I think it is, but I'm not actually sure. Might just be because he wears a lot of tall socks. Each of the toenails on this toe are quite short as well. And this foot is a little bit rougher, I would say, moisture-wise. I do think that his feet are more moisturized than my own, so I don't have much I can say in that regard. No shade, as the young people say, I suppose. Each of his toes also has a normal amount of fat distribution to prevent one from walking directly on the bone. And his heel feels a lot more moisturized than I would expect. Now, if I feel both feet at the same time, just testing out the toes, none of them feel swollen or hot. I feel the same texture, and just size-wise, I feel a little further down the foot. Case is the same. The only thing I could say is that perhaps they could do with a bit of moisturization. But overall, I would say that these are fairly normal feet. Once again, this foot does not have many deformities. There may be just a little bit of a bunion here, but nothing bad or something you would need to go to the doctor for. I do think that the bottoms of his feet especially are a bit rough and dry. However, his legs do feel normal in terms of hydration. I would say that overall, these are normal and healthy feet. However, I am not a podiatrist, and really don't know anything about feet. So this is just a general observation from a random person that doesn't know too much about this sort of thing. Anyways, I do hope that you guys enjoyed. Have a lovely evening.